Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews. This is going to be my review of Clickbait, Season 1, Episode 5. At the end of the last episode, we found out that the man was a dick. And he was slinging community peen all across the United States. So, let's figure out what the hell else is going on and who really killed this man. Alright, so we start back and we're back at the mistress giving an interview to the little boy from the TMZ version on this show. And so he shows the interview to his boss and he was like, you need to talk to Sophie Brewer. You need to find the other mistresses. And this could be a really big story. Blah, 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 blah. So he tries reaching out to all of Sophia's friends, like through Facebook, like she had tagged in some of her pictures. And all of her friends was like, stop talking to me or I'll call. This fool takes it upon himself to pretend to be the takeout order of food, like a Uber Eats or something. He goes up to Sophie in the door and he knock on the door and the little boy is like, take out. And he was like, I don't know. And then he goes to his aunt and said, did you order any takeout? The little boy leaves the door cracked. This fool decides to step his ass into these people's house and start recording inside the house. And Pia's like, no, sir, you got to get the hell out of here. And you got to get the hell out of here now. And then Sophia comes out and she's like, get the fuck out of my house. I'm telling you now, get the fuck out of my house. And he was like, Emma Beasley is talking to the press and you possibly need to get your story out. Like, she's saying that he abused her and blah, 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 and you need to be his voice. And she was like, I'm not being anything. You need to get the fuck out of my house. And then once he's out, the boy's mama is like, well, maybe. He goes to Tara's job and he was like, oh, your friend just to check on you to make sure that you're okay. And you know, bad things happen to good people. She was like, she don't know shit and you don't know shit and get out of my face. So he strikes out there. So he goes into his job and everybody is staring at the big boss's door. And he's like, what's going on? They're like, Sophie Brewer's in there. And she brought her attorney. And they're saying that they're going to sue them if they put out that story about Emma Beasley. And she was like, that's not going to happen. And she was like, she's like, I think people will care that one of your producers broke into the victim's home and was harassing them. And she was like, nobody's going to care because they couldn't hear you over the Emma Beasley story. However, if you want the media frenzy to stop, you need to grant us an interview. That's the only way to get them off of your back is you do an interview and tell your side of the story. They made a deal with Sophie. She's going to do an interview. But the Ben boy, and they're going to bury that Emma Beasley story. And she was like, I should fire you. And he was like, what? But your story is buried at this point. So I feel like he's about to like drop his interview on like their YouTube channel or something. He about to do something crazy. I can feel it coming. Child, this reporter is doing the absolute most. So him and his boyfriend are going through like all of the straight dating sites, see if they can find his other profiles of his. They found a profile of another one of Jeremy Wilson. So what they do is, but the profile's been activated. Apparently you can buy data in batches to get people's information. Like if you wanted to start another dating website, to throw some profiles on there so people would get his data information from that particular website. They find all the women that he contacted or made connections with, and they was like, well, the ones with the most messages between them is probably the ones that he hooked up with. And they find this one girl. Her name is Maggie Oxley, and she lives in Sacramento. They go looking, and they can't find her, but they take one of the pictures. Realize it's in a bookstore. They figure out where the bookstore is. They go to Sacramento to the bookstore and find out that Maggie Oxley was a cat and the mascot for that particular bookstore. They asked the bookseller, do you know this woman? And he was like, Sarah? And he was like, Sarah? He was like, Sarah Burton? And he was like, yes, we need to talk to her because we feel like she might be in danger. And it was like, but Sarah died 4 months ago. Okay, so she's dead. Sarah's family. Now, the boyfriend says, now this could be a lead. Do you think we should call the cops? He was like, exactly, this is a lead. Absolutely not. So they figured out the brother's address. And now they finna take their ass to this. Now, the brother looked like he cut people's feet off and keep them in his freezer. So it's looking real Criminal Minds up in this piece. Listen, we finna see. So, Bendela, the reporter, gets to the brother's apartment. He goes up to the door. He knocks. Nobody answers. So, he looks under the man's welcome mat. There's a key tied under there. Taped under there. He enters that man's apartment. Starts taking pictures. He's looking around. Little does he know the man's on his way home. So, the little boyfriend sees the brother. He calls him. He's trying to tell him he's on his way up. He done found a box with a bunch of the girl's keepsakes. He done stole a phone. And then he tried to tiptoe out the man's house, but the man saw the door close and he chases him. Now he's running down the stairs. The man's trying to get on the elevator to beat him down the stairs. They almost get there. The boyfriend has gotten out of the car. Why would you get out of the car? And so he's screaming at him, get back in the car, get back in the car. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And the man's coming out. He's like, did you break into my apartment? Are you breaking into my apartment? As they drive off and he's getting off on the adrenaline run, the boyfriend is pissed. But I feel like the Bendela, the reporter, thinks it's worth it because he got the girl's phone. Meanwhile, a cute cop calls Pia to say he's sorry if she felt like he was insensitive when he came to the house the other day. And she was like, don't even worry about it. It's a lot of media stuff going on. And how are we supposed to deal with our actual feelings when all of this stuff is happening? Just find the people who killed my brother. Can you do that? So it's time for the interview with Sophie. And so the reporter, he has gone in with the information that he stole from that girl's phone, that he stole out of her brother's apartment. He used it to get Janine kicked off the interview and for him to be put on. So they're having a conversation and it's going relatively well, even though she hates his guts. Until he throws in her face that this girl killed herself and then gave her the transcript of their last conversation. And she gets up and storms out, calling him a son of a bitch. And then they air it on TV and they air the conversation. And everybody sees it. His mama, his sister, the kids, everybody see it. Where the girl was like, you know what I'll do. Do you want me to do it? And he's like, do it. I don't care. That's how the episode ended, with the brother seeing the information and about to go all the way to the left. I can feel the explosion coming. Like, it is a lot. I don't know if her brother killed him. Now, the police saw it as well, and it was like, why didn't we know nothing about this? This is some old bullshit. Oh, God. I don't know how many episodes. Let me check and see how many episodes is left. 6, 7, 8. There's 3 episodes left. Oh, Jesus. Like, I want to just go on and binge the rest of it, but I'm not going to do that. I will see y'all Tuesday for episode number 6, The Brother. Until then, this is Abby Reviews. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a kid, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.